Hi, my name is Michaela and I'm an indie hacker. Today I'm gonna tell you how I became an indie hacker. I have first to really thank Cortland Allen for this idea, this concept of an indie hacker, because it resonates so much with me. I wanted to start a business since at least 15 years, so I felt like maybe I should have an MBA for that, or I have to read all these business books first. I have to be good at business to start a business, right? And I'm a hacker. I'm a software engineer. I'm really good at math, but I'm not that business person. I'm not good in sales. I have really little economics background. And to be honest, I hate invoices. This whole idea of being an indie hacker made it much more approachable for me. I felt like, okay, I can just, stick my toe in and then maybe the whole foot and then maybe my leg and then the other one. And suddenly I'm a business person as well, right? Maybe, I'm on parental leave and it felt like I really want to do something. I want to start another side project, but not just to keep me occupied and busy, but I want to turn it into a business one day. Yeah, so thank you, Cortland, for your whole work, and thank you all the other indie hackers that really inspired me. I have this awesome shirt that I won. I'm really proud of it. It just arrived yesterday. Thank you, Rosie, as well. I was looking around the forum for quite a while. I was reading a lot of posts and was listening to all the podcasts and got really inspired by that. And then at one point, I felt like I don't want to be that wannapreneur. I don't want this to be this aspiring entrepreneur. I really want to start now. Maybe another thing why it felt or it resonated so much with me is that right now I feel really I'm in an experimentation phase still. I want to try out so many things. I'm a little bit thirsty to try out new ideas, to find my way. I don't know my way yet. And being a regular entrepreneur, it always felt like, okay, you have to know your end goal. Obviously, you go faster if you know your end goal. So I'm all for that. Everybody that knows where they want to go ahead. I envy you. I applaud you. But I'm not there yet. There's this saying in German, you cannot make the grass grow faster when you pull at it. And that's how I feel. Well, obviously I want to go from A to B, and it would be awesome to know that's where I want to be, that's what I want to do, that's exactly my passion. I don't want anything else. I can, turn out all the noise in my head. I'm not there. I'm at the completely opposite, probably because I had a very focus driven career, right? I was doing my bachelor's and my master's in computer science. And then I decided to do my PhD in software engineering. I'm actually working on empirical software engineering. So it's a lot of data analysis, it's quantitative studies, qualitative studies. I was publishing. I knew exactly what I have to do to get this PhD, to be well known in the research community. I knew where I want to go. I want to be at Microsoft Research because that's very prestigious, and all the really inspirational people were there. So I wanted to be part of that. And I actually managed to go there. So I was hired by Microsoft. I was working for Microsoft Research in the UK. Long story short, I was on that very focused path. And then I became a mother. And somehow my whole life changed. Put me in a place that I wanted to rethink. Maybe I try something else. What if I write a children's book? What if I become a painter, an artist? All these ideas started popping up in my head. Maybe I'm not only a software engineer. I wanted to see if there is something else. Maybe it's part of a midlife crisis. Could be. I felt like, oh my God, I had this career, now I'm a mother, I'm going back to my work. And then I will be the software engineer and the data scientist and the researcher for all my life, and then I will die. And I will never have tried out something else. But I felt like, oh my God, there is this little opportunity that I can just explore the world. At one point, I think like almost every new mother, I started knitting. I felt, no, it's not for me. Did it, I think, for maybe half an hour. I started to make 2 or 3 different children clothes for my kids. Figured out it's not for me, so I stopped that also very quickly. Yeah, woodworking. Woodworking was another one that I thought, well, maybe I'm a really good woodworker. I could buy old furniture and, make them new and shiny and then sell them. Well, so I had all these ideas. Mid of last year, there were just dreams because there was no single minute that I had that I could spend on that. It was just me and my kids and taking care of them and their needs first. But there were like these slow moments of breathing, like, wow, 5 minutes. What can I do with these 5 minutes? I'm not the person that sits in the porch and drinks coffee, so I'm like, oh God, I have 5 minutes. What can I do? So I cleaned the house. Turns out this is not really something that inspires me or makes me feel good. It's actually a very, very horrible task. It's an unthankful task. Why? Because at the moment that you clean, it gets dirty again. So you never see what you actually accomplished. I never managed to be really in a clean house since I have kids. So I started listening to the Indie Hacker podcast. I started scrolling on the website, and my little one was 1 month older and then another month older. And then I ramped up the grandmas and said, you have to watch them now. And I could, sneak out for 20 minutes and I thought, what can I do? What can I build? I learned about email marketing. I started to learn about, all these business aspects that I had no idea. And then I started making a list of all the business ideas that I had. And most of them were so huge that I was sure that right now in my situation with the 2 kids at home, I'm not able to make that happen. But I still kept on writing down my business idea. And then I had one, and that's actually one that I really started with, that was this regional marketplace. Well, a marketplace for regional and artisan handmade products. And it felt, it's actually a huge idea, right? A marketplace, it's a 2-sided marketplace. It's a very hard thing to pull off. But I found slices that I can work towards. And because I'm really passionate about it, and I feel like, even if it doesn't turn out as a profitable business, I spend my time to have a good cause, and it seemed like there are plenty of learning opportunities. I picked that project. So I started actually implementing a little website and started using Facebook and Instagram to market that website and see how people react and how that actually works out and play around with that. And at the same time, I also work on my personal website. I started to blog about the things that I did at Microsoft. I also wanted to build up sort of a portfolio. So there was this mind shift that maybe I should make it more public what I actually did and what I did accomplish. And so I started writing down some of my experiences and my case studies that I did at Microsoft. I don't publish a lot of blog posts. I do a few of them, but they are really high quality, long blog posts that I also take quite some time to write. I revived the Dad blog. To this month, I probably are 30,000 people on my blog, and I started blogging 2 months ago. So I'm quite happy with that. I think it's mainly due because of one viral blog post. So I don't expect the same for the next months, but yeah, I'm happy. I actually also read a comment on the Indie Hacker website yesterday that talked about that you should celebrate your wins much more, and I'm guilty for that. Yeah, so that's how I started my other side project. That's really my personal brand in the software engineering area. I just felt a little bit obligated maybe also to work on that because I have all this skill set, I have this experience, and I felt like if I'm not leveraging that, I'm not doing myself a favor. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do with it. I'm not really keen into going into consulting, even though that pathway somehow leads to consulting. So when I look back in November, I had all these weird ideas. I actually thought about, I make these really nice videos that they have on YouTube for the kids, right? Where I just go with one Barbie and then there comes Ken and they say, oh, hi Ken, hi Barbie. Oh, can I go into your car? Yes, let's drive off. Yes, maybe I was a little bit desperate as well. And Now that I tried out a couple of things, I feel more at ease. I feel like, oh my God, I'm not missing out. I don't have to do every business that there is. I don't have to do all of them, at least not at once. And so that gives me a really good feeling. I also feel more and more I understand what it means to niche down. It was really hard for me to practically do that. I understood very much the concept of niche down and why it's important to pick a niche and start small. But it was really hard for me to do. So for this marketplace, I put everybody like regional. Come on, go on, hop on my marketplace. You're welcome. And then I had also the problem that people said, "Oh, can I be on your marketplace?" And they are friends and they sell sex toys. And I'm like, yes, sure, come on, yeah, my marketplace, sure, yeah, why not? No. Where's the concept gone? And then I had another one that said, "Well, I'm selling those things from China. Can I be on your marketplace?" It's Austrian product, so China, a little bit far. I make a new category for you. Yeah, there, I put you there. I'm not kidding, I really did that. I just didn't want to upset anybody and I didn't know where I'm actually heading. And they're right, I must be inclusive. I cannot exclude anybody. I felt really bad about that. But now I'm more at ease, so there are no China wares more on this regional Austrian produced marketplace. I also removed the sex toy thing. Sorry, I still love you, my friend, but not fitting to the concept. But then I still had like, well, shoes? Sure, shoes, come on. What? Glasses? Yes. Well, kitchenware? Come on. I knew that it's not the right way. I knew it. But I have really hard times to say, no, you know what? My marketplace is exactly for that. Right now I'm much better. I know exactly which products I want to sell and which products I don't want to sell. I haven't removed anybody, but all my SEO focus really goes into that. And I think that the categories that I really want to grow, they will become larger, they will have subcategories, they will just take more space on that website. And then the categories that I don't want to grow, they will just, slowly disappear and be less important for my website. I knew that I can't do it all. I knew it from the beginning. But it was just really hard for me to know which ones I want to pick and also to say no. So I learned both a little bit. So I talked a lot about everything. I think you know where I'm coming from. How do you feel as an indie hacker? Are you an indie hacker? Are you an entrepreneur? A startup person? A businessman? Businesswoman? Well, I'm definitely an indie hacker. I'm exploring and I can see a little bit the end of the tunnel. I think I experimented enough soon. So don't forget, I wrote this wonderful button for you again. Subscribe to my channel. Anyway, that was my story of my indie hacker life. So, bye-bye. I don't have this clicky thing, so I have to go there and say bye.